Alright, so we have some major leaks from Xbox that revolves around Halo Infinite and a brand new game that will be released within this franchise. This is something we've talked about before, yet now that the cat's out of the bag, everyone's talking about it. We're talking about this new Battle Royale coming out for Halo. Let's get into these new leaked details about the game, play testers, and of course, leak information regarding this game. There's a lot of information here, so let's just get right into it. Hey, what's up everyone? Thanks for stopping by and checking out the video. Remember to hit that subscribe button and that like button. The support is greatly appreciated. And if you want to be notified on future content, hit that small little bell icon. And if you want to go that extra mile to support the channel, hit that join button. Alright, so enough of that. Let's get right into this leaked game that's been rumored for what seems like forever, which is the Battle Royale standalone mode / game that will be launching for Halo Infinite. Now, I know a lot of people have been seeing this thing rumored and all over social media, but today I wanted to put everything together and give people all of the information that's out there for this game. From the people behind the mode, which is Certain Affinity, to what we could expect to see in this new game, all the way to when we should expect this new mode to release and come out. There's a lot of information here from multiple sources, not to mention a very well-placed source like Jez Corden, who has his ears to the ground when it comes to Xbox news and Xbox information. So let's get right into what Jez had to say about the game, because he talks about it in detail. This is coming from his podcast, the Xbox 2 Podcast, with Randall Thor, a good friend of mine. So let's see what Jez had to say about the whole situation. Is a Battle Royale, been in development for over 2 years, is a huge deal. Considers it a Warzone / separate game undertaking. Goal is to bring new players into the Halo franchise, targeting Fortnite / Warzone / Apex audience. Believes it's targeting Season 3 or 4, also ties into Forge mode, maybe like Fortnite Creative, my speculation. They brought in Certain Affinity for this specific mode. Don't think they're going to ignore the rest of the game. Okay, so I want to get into each and every single one of these things because it's worth it. The first thing is that we all know it's a Battle Royale. That's nothing new. We knew that Xbox was looking into this and they wanted to do it with their big franchise, of which is Halo. I think this is a smart move because it's one of the only franchises that could compete in the Battle Royale space, if you ask me. Not to mention, it's tailor-made for a Battle Royale. But the one thing that surprises me is that it's been in development for over 2 years. That to me is a little surprising because if we remember, there was multiple interviews with developers and executives at Xbox that said they don't want to chase trends around the gaming industry, which those trends are MOBAs and Battle Royales. They tried to chase that MOBA trend with Fable Legends and got bit hard for doing that. So I'm pretty surprised they started to make a BR with Halo so many years ago when they were talking about not chasing those trends. But after a while, it was obvious they needed to do this because Battle Royales are a massive mode that people love in the gaming industry. It's almost like not having Search and Destroy or Capture the Flag. Battle Royales have become a trend and become a staple in the gaming communities. And after that, I'm going to combine the next 3 points because they tie into each other very well, which is they want to make this a huge deal because they want to bring new players into the Halo franchise. People that play games like Fortnite, Warzone, and of course Apex Legends, most people will get annoyed by hearing that, but for me, it's perfect because I love Apex Legends and I actually love Warzone. Those are some of the best games on the market for me right now. And as for Fortnite, that's a very well put together game that defined a generation for young gamers around the world. So why wouldn't Xbox want to bring those types of people over to their amazing Halo franchise? Keep the multiplayer aspect of Halo for the old guard and have a separate game with a great resources like Certain Affinity work on the BR mode. Make it a separate game, much like Call of Duty Warzone is a completely different game compared to the campaign, multiplayer, and zombies. They treat each mode almost like they're their own games. I could see Halo doing the same exact thing, and why wouldn't they? It's worked for Call of Duty, and it's going to continue to work for them because they make a lot of money from it, not to mention it brings great content to gamers. And if we look at EA reporting that Apex Legends has had over 100 million people play their game, you can easily see that the numbers are there for them to get intrigued. And Warzone is also getting massive numbers and has become a cash cow for Activision. Same for Fortnite, which has become one of the biggest games in the history of games. It put Epic on the map and even had them start their own storefront on the PC platform. All of these promising things are the reason Xbox is doing this. Oh, and not to mention, back in 2017, Xbox was the first and only console to have PUBG, which was a massive success for the Xbox One and for the studio that built that game. Xbox knows firsthand how great these types of games can be for them as they get more gamers into their platform. And if we look at the release date, they're aiming for season 3 or 4 according to Jez. That to me means they're trying to get this game out next spring. That means we're a year away and they could drop this maybe even late this year. Announce the game this summer and talk about it a lot. Then during the Game Awards have another marketing surge and bam, you could have a massive launch to your game. And we know that Xbox isn't afraid to shadow drop their multiplayer aspects of Halo like they did last November with Halo Infinite. So we could see that happen also. But now let's get into the other leaks that's happening behind the scenes. Here's some screenshots of what we could expect from the game. So we have game modes, which are the codename Tatanka, duos, quads, default bots, default UGC. Game mode settings. Confirms drop pods, containment zone, execute, possibly like Apex executing knockdown players, reviving knocked players, and bleed out for knocked players. Also has operations, seems to be missions / objectives in the game. There are 4 types: capture, supply run, destroy, and horde. Bot lobby sizes, possibly same size lobbies for multiplayer. Tatanka with 100 bots, last team wins, 25 teams of 4. With 60 bots, last team wins, 20 teams of 3. Free-for-all with 60 bots, last player surviving wins with 60 bots. Free-for-all with 100 bots, last player surviving wins with 100 bots. So, as you can see, there's a lot of information regarding the game here in these leaks, and I could see it being a massive mix of Apex Legends and of course Warzone. That to me is all I want, because those are my 2 favorite BRs in the gaming industry right now. I continue to play both of those games every week with my friends, and I'm sure as we get closer and closer to the release of this game, we'll get more information and even more modes attached to it, even if it is trios and solos and so forth. Not to mention, they'll have events there for people to play in. Now, of course, I do have to say that this is all rumor, and we should take it with a huge grain of salt, but after so many people are talking about this, we pretty much can guarantee that this will come out. But if it doesn't, I would say it got a Fable Legends treatment, which means it got put to the side and then probably canceled. But if you look at this screenshot, we also have playtesters involved. So many people playing the game currently, and not to mention total of about 5,000 people, so they're obviously in the beta of playtesting this game and getting feedback of what they want. But let's talk about this pods drop, which I would say is a perfect for Halo because that's in the game and even in the show. Not to mention the trailer they brought out before the game even came out, they had those drop pods in there. Next is zones and executions, which sound awesome and very familiar to Apex Legends. After that, we have operations and missions, which I think might be objectives around the map. Now, that's something I have a feeling could be different if they allow it to be different. If you complete an objective, you get better guns, maybe some vehicles, not to mention XP. Who knows? Or it could just be dailies and weeklies like most online games have right now. Throw in the bots and you can see they have put a lot of time and energy into this game, and it's exciting to see. Because like I've said multiple times before, I can't wait to play Halo in a BR setting. I think it fits perfectly into the game style. They have amazing vehicles, awesome gun combat, and of course, Master Chief with all of the crazy abilities he has, from being a super soldier all the way to being a straight beast. So yeah, I can't wait to see what they do with this BR, and I also hope it does do something different from the other games out there, because while I love Apex Legends and Warzone, outside of that, there's just not a lot of BRs out there that grab people's attention, or at least grab my attention. I don't want another Firestorm like we got with Battlefield did, and I don't want to get another PUBG that didn't update or take care of their game. I want an Apex Legends which brought awesome content and continued updates to their games. But most of all, I just want to play Halo BR with my friends. Let's hope Certain Affinity and Xbox can pull this off because it has massive potential, and you can see Xbox putting a lot of money into this, not to mention flooding a lot of money into Certain Affinity. I have a feeling once the Blizzard Activision stuff is all said and done, maybe if they get Blizzard Activision, maybe after, I think Certain Affinity is a lock to join the Xbox Game Studios, especially since they're making this BR and also making that Monster Hunter game that's been rumored that they're making that's AAA. So yeah, Xbox has a lot of confidence in this team, and they understand the leadership and has worked with them for over 15 years. So we'll see what they bring out. But enough of what I think about all of this. Tell me what you think about all this. Are you excited to see a BR from Halo Infinite? Do these game modes sound interesting to you? When will Xbox announce this game and show us gameplay? Is it surprising that Xbox wants to make a BR with the Halo franchise? Does this worry you at all as a Halo fan? Or are you excited to see a new side of Halo that can give it a massive resurgence? Go down below and let me know. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please hit that subscribe button and that like button. The support helps out the channel more than you know. And give me a follow on Twitter at Zalker87. I'm always on there talking games and sharing my latest videos. Plus, I love interacting with everyone there, so get on Twitter and let's talk about gaming. Also, follow me on Xbox Live. My gamertag is Zalker87, just like my channel name. See what games I'm playing, and let's compete in achievements for the month. So right now, I've been jumping into a lot of games, but mostly I've been actually playing Warzone on Call of Duty, playing that with my brother-in-law, having a good time. We're just taking people out, getting a couple W's, getting in the top 5. We're having a lot of fun with that, just getting kills. And I've been jumping into Apex Legends, trying to get together with Gaz. I think you know him from Game On Daily. Me and him are trying to get into Apex Legends and push ranked. And I've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed Valhalla and, of course, Elden Ring. But right now, I'm jumping into Valhalla, having a good time with that. It's such a massive game, almost overwhelming, but you know what? I love it. I'm jumping into it, having a good time. I was looking for a more linear game, but you know what? Valhalla took all my time, and I'm having fun with it, especially since I have about 25 to 30 hours in it, so I have a long way to go. Plus, I want to get to that Dawn of the Ragnarok expansion, which looks awesome. But let me know what you're playing. Are you on your Xbox Series X, your PC, or are you on your PS5? Let me know what you're playing down below, because that's what we're here for. It's to talk games. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, remember, enjoy your gaming. Later.